We are covering network security on AWS, a critical topic for the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner exam. Let's start with the Virtual Private Cloud, or VPC, which is your own private, isolated network inside AWS. Within this VPC, you create subnets, which are like smaller network segments. The key distinction the exam will test you on is the difference between a public and a private subnet. A subnet is defined as public simply because its associated route table has a route to an Internet Gateway, or IGW. The IGW is the component that allows communication between your VPC and the Internet. A private subnet, by definition, does not have a direct route to an IGW, and its resources require a NAT gateway to access the Internet. Now, let's talk about securing the resources within these subnets. AWS gives you two primary firewalls, security groups and network access control lists, or NACLs. The exam loves to trick you by asking which one to use in a given scenario. NACLs operate at the subnet level, acting as a guard for all resources within that subnet. Imagine a security guard standing at the entrance to a neighborhood. They check every car going in and every car going out. The most important concept for the exam is that NACLs are stateless. Stateless means they don't remember previous traffic. If you create an inbound rule to allow traffic on a specific port, you must also create a corresponding outbound rule to allow the return traffic. NACLs have both allow and deny rules, and they are evaluated in order, starting with the lowest numbered rule. Security groups, on the other hand, operate at the instance level, like a personal bodyguard for your EC2 instance. The most important concept to remember is that security groups are stateful. Stateful means if you allow inbound traffic from a source, the return traffic is automatically allowed, regardless of any outbound rules. This is a huge point of confusion. Also, remember that security groups can only have allow rules. There are no deny rules. A classic exam question will present a scenario where an application isn't working. You'll need to check both the NACL for the subnet and the security group for the instance. A common trap is forgetting the stateless nature of NACLs. If the question mentions that return traffic is being blocked, your mind should immediately go to the outbound rules of the NACL. If the question asks you to explicitly block a specific IP address, you must use a NACL because security groups don't have deny rules. Here's a simple way to keep them straight. Security groups are for your server, they're stateful. NACLs are for the network, and they're not stateful. Think S for server and stateful, and N for network and not stateful. For free practice questions, AI-powered explanations, and more exam prep tools, visit openexamprep.com. That's openexamprep, all one word, .com.